know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's Mixon running right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first and 10, Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Watson's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now it's Watson. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Deshaun Watson, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Now Cade York for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. On first down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Watson looks to throw again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Cooper, the man in motion right. They run for it with Mixon, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And all the way down to the 5. 130 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That's good for 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. He'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Back to throw, Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Browns. Donald Parham. 27 yards. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
But I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. We're down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Watson now to throw. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. To throw, Watson. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that,
It's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Returnable for Grant. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, what a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they've got a chance to put this one away.
First throw in OT for Watson. On the move to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Chiefs are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 171 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.